Theoretical recap. Navigating the Linux file system is a foundational skill for any security professional. Every file and directory in Linux lives within a single hierarchical tree rooted at /. Understanding how to move through this tree efficiently is essential when you are performing reconnaissance, examining log files, or tracing the footprint of an intrusion. Two types of paths exist. An absolute path always starts from the root, /, for example /etc/password or /var/log/syslog. It works regardless of your current location. A relative path starts from your current working directory, for example /config or /scripts/run.sh. The dot refers to the current directory, and double dot refers to the parent directory. The cd, change directory, command is your primary navigation tool. cd/etc moves you to /etc using an absolute path. cd logs moves you into a subdirectory called logs relative to where you are. cd moves you one level up. cd tilde or simply cd returns you to your home directory. cd brings you back to the previous directory, a trick that saves time when toggling between two locations. Common mistakes include forgetting the leading / when intending to use an absolute path, confusing, and, in multi-level traversal, and using paths with spaces without quoting them. Always confirm your location with pwd after moving. Mini example: you are at /home/analyst. Running cd /etc is equivalent to running cd/etc from any location. You climbed 2 levels to reach, then entered etc. Workshop brief. This workshop is the direct continuation of the theoretical lessons you completed on key Linux concepts and basic commands, pwd, ls, clear. You now have the conceptual tools. This workshop is about building muscle memory and developing the analytical reflex that a security analyst needs when working in an unfamiliar Linux environment under time pressure. Your mission is structured around a realistic scenario. You are a junior security analyst who has just gained shell access to a Linux machine during an authorized audit. You have no GUI. You need to map out the file system, locate sensitive directories commonly targeted during penetration tests, and document a navigation trail that another analyst could reproduce. Precision and clarity of documentation matter as much as the technical execution. Step 1. Environment setup. Set up a Linux environment to work in. You may use a local virtual machine, VirtualBox or VMware with Ubuntu, Debian, or Kali Linux, a cloud instance, or a browser-based terminal such as those available on platforms like TryHackMe, Over the Wire, Bandit, or any Linux sandbox you have already used in previous activities. Ensure you can open a terminal and start a fresh session. Do not use a graphical file manager at any point during this workshop, terminal only. Step 2. File system exploration with absolute paths. Using only absolute paths and cd, navigate to at least 8 distinct directories that are relevant from a security perspective. Your target list must include, but is not limited to, /etc, /var/log, /tmp, /home, /root, attempt access, and note the result, /user/bin, /proc, and /etc/network, or /etc/netplan depending on your distribution. For each directory you visit, run pwd to confirm your location, then run ls to list its contents. Take note of what you observe. Pay particular attention to file names, subdirectory structures, and any files that look like configuration or credential stores. You are not modifying anything, observation only. Step 3. Relative path navigation. Starting from /var, navigate to /var/log/apt, or an equivalent nested subdirectory with at least 3 levels of depth, using only relative paths, no absolute paths allowed in this step. Then navigate back to /var using traversal. Document each command you typed and the corresponding pwd output. Next, from your home directory, construct a relative path that reaches /etc/ssh in a single cd command. Write down the command and verify it works. Step 4. Security relevant observation task. Navigate to /etc and locate the password and shadow files, or their equivalents. Attempt to read or list both. Document which one is readable by your current user and which one is not, what the permission string shown by LSL looks like for each file, and what this difference tells you from a security standpoint. Then navigate to /var/log and identify at least 3 log files that would be valuable to an attacker trying to cover their tracks or to a defender trying to detect an intrusion. Write a brief note, 2 to 4 sentences, explaining your choices. Step 5. Navigation script and documentation. Write a short shell script, bash, named navigate_audit.sh that automates the following sequence. Starts from the root /, visits /etc/var/log, /tmp, and /home in order using absolute paths, prints the current directory with pwd after each move, and lists the contents with ls at each stop. The script does not need to be complex, 10 to 20 lines is sufficient. Run it and capture the output. This output, combined with your written notes from steps 2, 3, and 4, forms your submission. Final deliverable. Your submission must include the navigate_audit.sh script, a terminal log or screenshot sequence showing your manual navigation steps from steps 2, 3, and 4 copy-paste from terminal or screenshot, and a short written report, 200 to 400 words, summarizing what you observed, what surprised you, and what the security implications are of the directories and files you examined. Be specific. Vague observations will not demonstrate mastery.